half-time, Leeds United 0, Middlesbrough 0. What stood out for you most about the Middlesbrough performance first half, Peter?
Probably the patience and the shape that they had, really cohesive unit, and operating on the left-hand side, Adam Reach and Adoma, real options out wide, you know, and Kike, for me, looks a great player.
And options on the bench as well. Who could we see second half?
Well, it'll be interesting if Adam Clayton comes on, won't it? Former Leeds player coming on for them. As far as the Leeds point of view, they might look at the Adoma-Warnock situation and put Charlie Taylor there. He can operate on the left-hand side instead of a Jose, and have sort of two left-backs operating in tandem to quell that threat, but he'll also offer you that width that Byram can on the other side.
So, Leeds United all square at half-time. Albert Adoma's goal in the first half ruled out. So they go again with a chance for Hockaday to get that first home win in the Championship as the new Leeds head coach. Let's rejoin our commentators, Andy Hinchley, for once again Bill Leslie.
Well, it was goalless the last time they met. That was back in February. Brian McDermott still in charge here. That was actually the 6th in a run of a club record 7 games without a goal. And the reason we don't have a goal here is down to the opinion of that man. Let's make it clear, Andy, he ruled it out because he felt it was dangerous play. His opinion is what counts.
Absolutely, the lads in the studio are absolutely right. You look at the laws and the words within that law 12, it's in the opinion of the referee, and if he feels it's dangerous, that split second, that one opportunity to see it, if he feels it's dangerous towards Stephen Warnock, he has to rule it out. And I can understand that completely. We have the luxury of 2-3 replays, and I of course think the goal should have stood, but I can understand why the referee chalked it off.
Football, not a match that is short on opinions, and I'm sure a fair few of you on Teesside disagree with that of Stuart Atwell. The scoreline will not change as a result of that, nor will either line up. No substitutions at half-time. Middlesbrough looking for the 3 points that would see them maintain their 100% start to the season. 1 out of 1 for them. And given that this is the early kick-off, they can see it as a job well done and look down on the rest. Albeit in a very, very embryonic Sky Bet Championship table. Ameru. It's actually been quite an old business done at Middlesbrough over the summer. 10 players leaving, 7 coming in. Most recently Adam Clayton this week. A swap deal with Jacob Butterfield involving Huddersfield. And Damia Abella, who has come in straight to make his debut at right back. Friend. Byram. And Austin. Both sides had spells in the first half, didn't they, Andy? Middlesbrough starting off with the domination of possession, and then Leeds seemed to grow into it. Slight lull to end that first half.
There's more flashes though from Leeds, and really sharp players like that. They're capable of producing a goal. I think Middlesbrough a bit more controlled in their build-up and in their play.
Probably reflects the state that the two clubs are in terms of managerial tenure. Aitor Karanka coming in and being able to have all of last season and the pre-season to get his mark on the team very early on in the Hockaday reign here at Leeds. They have a corner though, which Murphy will take. Well, Mejias came and didn't get anywhere near that. They've got away with one there, Middlesbrough. Joseph. Dukara. Sharps on the move, on the edge of the penalty area. Ojose. Dukara. Bundled to the ground by Adoma. Here's Bianchi. Ojose. Dukara. And Maru there to meet it.
Maru does really well. His defensive positioning there is excellent. He knows where Billy Sharp is, but he knows he has to go and deal with the cross. Bettenville from Leeds, patient build-up, getting into wide areas and trying to force that Middlesbrough back four into doing some defending.
Looking rather unsure with his decision-making. Adoma can bring it out. Reach. And joining him on that left. Reach will look more centrally.
You can see Adam Reach is complaining to his teammates, saying no one is making a move. You can clearly see when I get the ball out of my feet, I'm going to deliver. And he is that type of player. When he gets into wide areas, he doesn't disappoint. He looks to try and put the ball into the danger zone. Again, Tomlin just steps away rather than stepping into that Leeds back line. They've got to give Reach something to hit.
Bianchi. Murphy. Byron. To send a couple of players out to warm up. Big Matt Smith, the target man, and Michael Tong, who was one of a couple of players to make way from the opening lineup at Millwall last weekend. And the telegraph pass from Austin that's intercepted here by Damia Abella. This is Albert Adoma now. Kike. And away by Cooper. And that was another overhead kick. No contact made either with opposition player or with ball, so it's a moot topic.
It was really difficult for Lee Tomlin because he was behind Kike as he tried the spectacular bicycle kick and couldn't sort his feet out quick enough. Arrived at his feet very quickly and unexpectedly and couldn't bring it under control.
Tomlin to Reach. Kike does make a burst into the box this time, but Pearce is patrolling the near post. Reach might come to Kike. Pearce, and again there, did we see just a hint of the left-footed nature of Pearce playing on the right? There was a moment of hesitation.
He's just not comfortable at all. Of course, the club captain is quite willing to step in and play in that position, but it's just not natural for him. You can see he doesn't want to put his foot through that. If that's on the other side of the field, he clears it to the halfway line. And he just has to really jabs it short into the feet of Rodolph Austin. Austin doesn't want it. It's that problem, a left-footed player playing on the right-hand side of the central defence.
He had Scott Wootton alongside him. He did get a rather nasty head injury here in the win against Accrington, a cut to the head. He is fit enough for a place on the bench, though.
Looks like Leeds are possibly going to make a change, and maybe Suleiman Dukara had a bit of a knock from George Friend at the end of the first half. I just wonder whether he's really run that off. He didn't look comfortable when he came out for the second half.
You'd think if they were going to persevere with the 4-4-2, the diamond albeit, that they started the match with Leeds United, then they'd bring big Matt Smith on to replace Suleiman Dukara, but it's not, it's Michael Tong. I think this will signal a slight shift in intent and set up for Leeds.
I just wonder whether they might be encouraged to switch the position that Rodolph Austin is playing. Could Tong sit a bit deeper, and could Austin get further up the field and be more of a threat going forward? We'll see.
Junior Lewis, part of David Hockaday's backroom staff here, among others, former Leicester City player. Two goals here on Tuesday, and an injury here on Saturday for Solomon Dukara. Ayala. Risky, but Mejias was sure in his decision-making that time.
It looks like Austin is going to continue to play that holding role in midfield. Looks like Nicky Ajose is going to be encouraged to get forward a bit more.
He's just trying to rattle the Middlesbrough cages a little, not allowing them to settle in possession. Pearson, Kike locking horns there. He's got a good temperament though, doesn't he, Kike? I know you picked out a couple of moments in the first half you liked about him in that respect.
Well, there's an opportunity there if he wanted to react. Jason Pearce was pushing and pulling him, maybe looking to try and get a reaction from Kike, but he kept his head. And to have a successful season in this division, you have to do that. He's a quality player, and you need to stay out there on the field to really affect how your team's season go.
Tomlin stealing in ahead of Austin. Tong. Back to Marco Silvestri, Leeds #1 this season. Former Italian under-21 international. Still young for a goalkeeper, only 23. The other end of the spectrum, or towards it, is Tong. Onto his trusty left. Away by Dean Whitehead. Reach. Kike's the only option in the box at the moment.
Good example there of the technique of Kike. That ball is gunned into him. How sure is his first touch? He doesn't get away from him, keeps his body in between the ball and Jason Pearce. He's being roughed up. It's brilliant centre forward play, brilliant hold up play.
Now by Austin on Tomlin.
Tomlin's making the point here, his teammates need to keep that ball moving a lot quicker. It's slightly laboured for Middlesbrough. They're a side that need to play 1- and 2-touch football, play at a high tempo. Eventually they will open Leeds up if they do that, and that's what Tomlin is asking for.
Whitehead looks for Reach. Time after time when Middlesbrough look for a match winner, that man steps into that category, Albert Adoma. We haven't had him that much during the match running at Warnock. We had an early warning that Warnock was going to be in trouble, but since then they've managed to cut out the supply line quite well, Leeds.
Well, they've got bodies back in midfield just to try and stop that ball simply getting to Adoma, but I'm sure Karanka would have made that point to his players. We need to be patient and try and get the ball to the wide man because he can be so effective.
Chance for Damir Abella to find Adoma. Tomlin comes back off Warnock to Adoma. Space opens up. Kike. Tomlin. Pearce with the block. Middlesbrough corner. This one will be fired in by Grant Ledbetter from the corner of the ground where their supporters are housed. And Middlesbrough give them something to cheer here, just before the hour mark at Ellen Road. Cooper, back in by reach. Ayala hasn't got it, Silvestri, but he did at the second time of asking.
I've just seen that Daniel Ayala and George Fenn got in each other's way there. Adam Reach does the right thing, keeps it alive. The two Middlesbrough players seem to collide with each other. It means that Ayala can't get a clean header on it. And eventually, Silvestri gets to the ball. Most times you see a free kick given for that type of challenge on a keeper, but he keeps his eye on the ball and collects it safely in the end.
Murphy. Ayala away, but gives it straight back to Murphy. Whitehead now. Barra, both sides squandering possession. And Leeds use this slice of it that they have. Bianchi. Looking for Barra. Good, strong defending work from Amaru.
That's what I certainly think it is. Amaru just running shoulder to shoulder with Sam Byram, and to me I don't see a foul here. He knows exactly what he's doing, the big centre-half. Just steps across the line of Sam Byram. I don't think Byram's even going to get to that ball. He's running away from him. Well, that's not a foul, there's no push. It's just really solid play from the centre-half. No real appeal from Sam Byram either.
Well, here's something for Leeds United to really get their teeth into. Former Leeds United player Adam Clayton will come on and replace Dean Whitehead. Been having a little bit of chat by all accounts on social media this week, Adam Clayton with the Leeds supporters. And there's the warm West Yorkshire welcome for him.
I think he suits the way that Middlesbrough play absolutely perfectly. Huddersfield's player of the season last season. I can understand why his chances of getting promoted are better with Middlesbrough. He's been talking about already the spirit. As soon as he arrived at Middlesbrough, he felt the spirit was right. He knows they've got a good squad. He feels they're well prepared for promotion this season.
The Domer's caught a painful one in the small of the back there. Leeds aren't going to hang about though and wait to see what the damage is. He's still down. This is Tom. Austin. Jose. Austin. Doma still down. And eventually Stuart Hartwell brings play to a halt to allow some treatment to come on.
It's one of those situations where the referee thinks he's not mortally wounded. Of course, he's taking a whack on the back there. He's just maybe waiting for Leeds to knock the ball out of play. Really sportsmanlike thing, but Leeds think, well, I'll tell you what, he's going to be okay. It's not a serious injury, hopefully, and we're going to try and keep hold of this ball and play against 10 men.
It's an indication of the way that Stephen Warnock's trying to play and come and meet him right up on the halfway line. Certainly let him know that you're there. He's been in the thick of it today, hasn't he, Stephen Warnock? That contentious decision to disallow the Adoma goal in the first half. Wonderful block to deny him one late on. By Bianchi. Tomlin. Here's Murphy. Austin able to dig it out for Byron. Friend got there first. Now Pierce. Slip from Byron. Just went over the ball. Ledbetter. Kike.
You mentioned earlier, Bill, about how Leeds are coping with Albert Adoma down this left-hand side, and with the switch with Tong coming on, Luke Murphy's just switched to this left-hand side. I think Stephen Warnock's had a word with him and said, look, every time Borough get it, you make sure you're back here helping me out. So at times it's 2 against 1 that stops Adoma really in his tracks.
Cooper into Bianchi. Tong. Warnock. Murphy. Clayton's challenge. Adam Clayton can give Kike something to chase here. Pearce just doing enough. Got a little nudge in the back from Kike.
You can see once Jason Pearce comes over into this left-hand channel, he's far more comfortable. The one thing Kike doesn't have is great pace. He's not electric going forward. Normally you need somebody really quick to get on the end of that ball over the top. It's the right ball from Clayton. Pearce is always going to deal with it, does well, gets his body in front of Kike. There's a little nudge in the back, and he'll take the free kick and clear his lines.
Kike, or Enrique Garcia, to give him his full name, or a fuller version of it. Clayton committed himself and Bianchi's outmanoeuvred him. Murphy now looking for a Jose.
Well, the problem Leeds have going forward is Nicky Jose and Billy Sharp aren't the biggest centre-forward pairing, so everything has really got to be so precise into their feet. If there's any crosses coming in there, there's such a big side at the back. Borough, Ameru and Ayala are going to mop everything up that comes their way. Maybe it's time to think about sticking on the big battering ram that is Matt Smith. David Hockaday will be absolutely delighted. Any coach would be delighted with that amount of possession. It's about turning that possession into real chances, and well, neither side in the second half have really worked either goalkeeper.
Novella. Ledbetter. Seemed to be an absence of white shirts in that midfield area there for a moment. Friend. Reach. Well, when we watched Middlesbrough, Andy, towards the end of last season, there was very much a feeling that they had the miserly defence. They had a very solid defensive record, particularly towards the end of the season, and the end product was lacking up front. They've almost reverted to that sort of form here today.
It's all about development, and you can't really judge a club or a manager on one game, but it's been a slow process. I think it's the right way to start, is to tighten things up defensively, then move into your midfield and decide on a pattern of play, and then start thinking about being a bit more free scoring. And you just have to have a bit of everything in the Championship to be successful, to finish in the top 6. You need to be able to defend well and take chances when they come along. It looks like maybe just a single goal here is going to settle this one.
Which way will it go, though? About a quarter of the match remaining. Leeds United 0, Middlesbrough 0. Went for it, didn't keep it. It's allowed a Jose to surge forward. Sharp wants it played early. He's got 3 on him now, Nicky Jose, running into a blind alley. Ledbetter. Meru. Tomlin. Ledbetter. PK's taken up an excellent position. Here he is now, but Warnock to the rescue again for Leeds.
It's outstanding from the left back, but Liam Cooper just gets caught ball watching here. Brilliant movement from Kike. A sure first touch. I don't think Stephen Warnock's going to get the challenge in.
Tomlin beyond Austin. Adoma wants it. There's Bianchi with the block. Reach now for Middlesbrough. And here's Bianchi. Sharp. Free kick. Just what Leeds United were looking for as Middlesbrough tried to turn the screw.
Well, the problem with Borough in this second half, it has been sluggish. Suddenly there's an injection of pace from Ledbetter here. Just steps in and steps on the gas a bit, but Kike does well just to get in between Liam Cooper and Stephen Warnock. Just a poor first touch, really, most unlike him. His technique is normally so solid. He needs to keep that ball away, protect it, keep it away from Stephen Warnock, and maybe shoot with his left foot. As soon as he breaks off his right, Warnock is there in a flash and saves his team.
And he was banging in the goals in the Segunda division in Spain last season with his club Murcia, joint second top scorer in that league. Pierce, who scored the winner here last season, trying to get underneath this one. Ayala's with him. Bianchi. Making thought he'd stolen it. He was mistaken. It's Murphy. Now Warnock. Slightly unpredictable Mejias, able to get hold of it. Reach. Ledbetter. Tomlin. Kike. Tomlin. Kike.
He knows exactly what he wants to do. When he picks that ball up, he's looking just to open his body up and bend it into the top corner. Liam Cooper actually does really well on this occasion, stays very tight with him, gives him nothing to shoot at all. He's looking to bend it into that top corner and just miscues it completely.
Kike will get there ahead of Pierce this time. Clayton. Too much on it for Reach. As well to bustle in ahead of Barham. Emilio Nsue, another one of the new boys at the Riverside, getting ready for action. Preferred position, attacking wide midfielder. I suspect that'll be the area in which he will be employed. That may well be Adam Reach who will make way for him, so that would appear to be the case, Andy. You saw him play actually at Oldham in the week, didn't you?
Absolutely, yeah, he is played out on the right-hand side. In that game, he didn't get involved too much in the first half, but managed to grab himself a goal. But it's a clear indication that Aitor Karanka feels this is a game that his side need to go on and win. The point isn't bad, of course, away from home in the Championship, but he feels with the way the game's going, the players that he has, he needs to push on now in the final, 18 minutes or so, and and make sure they pick up all 3 points, because the danger is Leeds in flashes could just create that one opportunity and pinch the win themselves.
Collion is getting ready for Leeds United to come on. So a change apiece. And the Mallorquin, 24-year-old, will come on. He was born in Parma. Spent the majority of his career at Real Mallorca, playing for them most recently in the second division in Spain last season. Tong. Bianchi. Dispossessed by Adoma. Gets away from the challenge of Murphy and finds Tomlin. So here come the changes. As suspected, it will be Adam Reach who makes way. Just as against Birmingham at home last weekend, he comes off the bench in the Championship. Sue. And Nicky Ajose will be replaced by Dominic Collion, one of the 3 former academy graduates on the bench for Leeds United. Quarter of an hour to play. Both managers still have one change available to them. But suffice to say, Andy, there's been much to intrigue about the contest and the way it's developed. A few talking points along the way. Chances have been difficult to create for both these sides today.
Absolutely, they've both been with a chance of winning the game, and that makes for exciting viewing. In the final 50 minutes, I know one player who will be happy with the Borough substitutions, that's Stephen Warnock, because Albert Adoma has now gone over to the left-hand side, and Sue is playing down the right up against Warnock.
Sharp jumping with Damia Abella. He got a La Liga winners medal in his cupboard, courtesy of his time with Barcelona. Ledbetter. Austin. Tom. Warnock. And that was a little lusty from Ledbetter, shall we say. He'll go into the book for that one.
Well, Grant Ledbetter is saying that he played the ball, but he certainly went through the man to get to the ball, and that's what the referee has seen. That's why it is clearly a booking. Just tempted to slide in and make this challenge, and he just goes through. It's Bianchi that he goes through, and that is very, very dangerous.
The stadium's seen challenges heftier than that throughout the years, but in this day and age, that's more than enough to get Grant Ledbetter a yellow card. Cooper with the free kick in the sunshine. Pearce losing out, but not for long. Austin now for Leeds. And Friend rather lunging into that challenge with Austin. He's claiming he played the ball. It's going to be another yellow card for Middlesbrough, their third of the afternoon.
It seems to me that George Friend mistimes this. He's not happy, clearly not happy. Does he get to the ball? He does, actually gets a toe on it. And that's why he's so upset. He feels that he's made a clean challenge there.
Ayala, Friend and Ledbetter all booked for Borough. Plenty forward for this one for Leeds. Plenty of grappling going on inside the penalty area. Stuart Outwell keeps a close eye on. And Mejias nowhere near it. And that represented a golden chance for Billy Sharp on his debut.
Oh, Mejias, no wonder he can't believe what he's done there. He's 6'5", this goalkeeper, and surely, if you get off the ground, you've got to make decent contact with the ball. It's just, for me, he comes at it with the wrong hand. He goes at it with his left hand, tries to punch it clear with his left fist. Just be nice and strong and punch it away with your right hand. What on earth he's doing? Trying to get to that. That's awful goalkeeping. He's very fortunate to get away with it.
He may have illustrated today, Thomas Mejias, what his Achilles heel is. And Sue. Come off his perch on the right wing to operate centrally here, the substitute. Ledbetter, Tomlin, looking for Kike. Friend. Now it's Byron who has to deal with Adoma, and he's lost out here. There's Tomlin's tackle, it's Adoma's cross, and Warnock, he got his feet set up wrong and did well to divert it behind in the end.
Certainly the right position, nearly turns this into his own net. You see Nsue at the far post there, he's not gambling, he's not taking a chance. As soon as Adoma breaks into the wide area, you know that the quality is going to be there. Nsue is miles away from where he should be. And Stephen Warnock will be thankful that has cleared the crossbar.
Ledbetter's corner. Warnock got his head to it. As he comes to Clayton. That's not a script that the Leeds fans want to see come to fruition. Adam Clayton scoring on his return to Ellen Road. Mejias looking really nervous again. And he managed to prod it away under close pressure from Billy Sharp.
A bit of verbals as well, but the keeper, that ball was cannoned back at him. Mabella actually just came off his shins. I hope Billy Sharp was going to pinch that and either put it into an empty net or get a penalty.
I think Leeds have got to find a way to ask questions of this goalkeeper in the form that he's in.
I think what he's not doing is making his mind up quickly enough, making the right decisions quickly enough. And as a goalkeeper, if you're on your heels or not sure what you should be doing, you get caught out, it could prove very costly.
Billy Sharp. Pollion trying to bulldoze a way through, but a narrow strong, and Pollion nudging him in the back. Well, just about 9 minutes to try and get a first league win under his belt, David Hockaday. And who knows what he will make of what he's seen here today. Massimo Cellino. By Austin. Murphy. Suin on Warner. Murphy will get it away. Tom and Bianchi rather get in each other's way. So Nsue can steal back. Full-blooded stuff from Warnock again. Signs that this one might yet finish with a nice little crescendo.
Stephen Warnock has had his problems dealing with Albert Adoma during the course of this game, but really he has led by example. That challenge is exactly what the Leeds fans wanted to see. He goes thundering into it and makes it his.
Tomlin. Clayton. Nsue. Ledbitter trying the back heel to feed Tomlin. There's a chase for Billy Sharp. Pretty forlorn one. The return of Saturday night football sees Crystal Palace without a manager, Keith Millen, taking charge as they go to the Emirates. Alexis Sanchez and co on show, 4:45, Sky Sports 1. Sue. Kike. Adoma. Oh, it's cannoned off Warnock. Got away with it. Obviously of a good recovery challenge.
I tell you, Stephen Warnock is really struggling. A couple of occasions he's clutched his calf. I'm not sure whether it's a touch of cramp that he's suffering with. There's been some crunching challenges. That's been a feature of the game. We've seen some exciting football, flowing football, but both sides really have put their foot in when the opportunity has been there.
Well, in terms of timings, these two are mirroring their substitute. Both have one left, both are going to make it now. Aitor Karanka and David Hockaday. Middlesbrough first up. Luke Williams scored a cracking goal in the cup win at Oldham in the week, will come on. Like for like swap, he'll drop into that number 10 role vacated by Tomlin. Leeds are about to introduce a really exciting young player, 17-year-old Lewis Cook. Part of England's victorious Euro under-17 winning squad. Austin, who has made himself a bit of a hero of the Ellen Road support, replaced by Lewis Cook, an academy product, and every club loves when one of those come through, especially when they show the potential that this young man does.
Leeds have never been afraid to throw their youngsters in. They're good enough, their age is immaterial. We've seen it with Alex Mowat last season. Sam Byram in the side at the moment as well, so there's a good line of talent coming through here at Leeds United.
Straight into the thick of it, Cook. Murphy. Cook. And he's buzzing around, keen to get on the ball, this teenager. He's found Murphy. Byram, Tong, and out by Clayton. Cooper. Warnock. Murphy, looking for Pollion. It's come to Tong. It's filled, it's up! And it's a dream debut for Billy Sharp in the white of Leeds United. 3 minutes from time, Leeds 1, Middlesbrough 0.
Well, you wonder why Leeds United bought Billy Sharp. It's because of his predatory instincts in the penalty area. When the shot comes in from Michael Tom, who is the first to react? It's Billy Sharp. He's done it throughout his career. He's Johnny on the spot. He asks questions about Menias and his handling, and he doesn't do well with this shot at all. But it's patient build-up from Leeds. A great strike from Tom. He's clearly onside Billy Sharp. He's on the move towards the goal. That's why he's first to it and tucks it away. What a story, and what a dream debut for Billy Sharp.
Play me and I will score you goals, said Billy Sharp. He talked the talk, now he's walked the walk.
Well, that's the one thing you notice about that goal. When the shot is coming in, Billy Sharp is moving towards the goal, expecting something to come back off the goalkeeper. He's not standing and waiting, then reacting. He's being proactive, he's getting there, he knows it's going to break, and he tucks it away, and even Massimo Cellino is happy.
Immediate payback now to see the job through. Couple of minutes plus added time for Leeds United.
Well, this was always the worry for Middlesbrough. I felt they were in a reasonable control of the game, but there was always that possibility with players like Billy Sharp. Just one opportunity, one mistake, goalkeeping error, and you can lose the game. All your hard work has been thrown away.
Here's Billy Sharp. Here's Dadar to showcase the gym work he's been doing, earns him a yellow card. Crisis, what crisis?
It's amazing what a goal can do for a player, for a club. And the feeling around Ellen Road has completely turned in the space of, what, a couple of seconds there as Billy Sharp follows that in. And he's certainly in good nick, isn't he?
Not quite Cristiano Ronaldo, but not doing badly. I feel like he's king of the world just now. In front of the Don Revie stand. Get a goal on your debut, which looks like, for all the world, it's going to be the winner. Williams, who can strike them, just asked Oldham about that. Middlesbrough side who have won 8 of their last 10 games if you go back to last season. I know not too much counts for the form over a summer recess, but you can continue momentum. Looked like Middlesbrough had done just that. 2 wins out of 2, hadn't even conceded a goal before that effort from Billy Sharp this season. But now they have 5 minutes of added time to try to find one here at Ellen Road. Byron didn't catch that quite as he might have wanted to. Williams underneath it, so to Bianchi. Polion. Sharp. Pierce prompted away. On its way by Cook. Polion, a very isolated figure as Leeds pack their defence. Billy Sharp playing as an extra midfielder just at the moment. Here's Adoma. Kike. There was a hint of a chance in there for sure. Ledbetter. Trying to drop it in for Ayala. Well, it was the Kike header, then that chance for Ayala. Middlesbrough are creating.
Liam Cooper then just gets caught ball watching. He doesn't know that Ayala's on his shoulder and in behind him. He just can't take that ball under his spell. Daniel Ayala is clean in. You've just got to open your body up as a centre-half. You've got to appreciate what's behind you. That's where the danger is.
Well, there's still time, 3 minutes. Here's Middlesbrough's number 3, George Friend. Towards Kike. Kike got his head to it. And Warnock can clear. Well, Goalkeepers can lose you games, strikers can win you games. Do we see a little sprinkling of both there in the Leeds United goal?
Absolutely. Look at Michael Tong coming off the bench as well. He's put himself about there, made some challenges. His shot that led to Billy Sharp's goal, but it's not clean handling by the keeper. But if Billy Sharp's on his heels, he doesn't score.
Adoma to Kike. Going for the corner, but only finding the Leeds supporters behind the goal.
He's got the greatest defending. Leeds just standing off. You can't allow a centre forward of his quality to pirouette and turn and get a look at your goal, face the goal, because he has the ability to bend that into the top corner.
In his programme notes today, David Hockaday says, "We are a work in progress. Hard work's continuing behind the scenes." Goodness me, what a relief this week will be. The win in the Cup over Accrington Stanley, and now just 90 seconds or so away from a first league win. To do it here against Elland Road in what is a Yorkshire derby, doubly pleasing.
I think you'll be wondering whether the Leeds players are willing to play for David Hockaday. I think we've had our answer today. The players have run through brick walls to get this result if they can hang on for the final minute or so.
Friend. Clayton. And by Danny Abella, Ledbetter, it's Kike, blocked by Cooper, chance for Friend, offside flag goes up. Ayala was lurking in an offside position as soon as he touched it. Relief for Leeds, more frustration for Middlesbrough.
There's an opportunity here for Kike just to release Nsue down the right hand side, but the striker goes for glory himself. Oh, they're clearly offside. Leeds do well, so they clear their lines quickly, and the ball breaks to the edge of the box. They're up and out, and that's why Ayala was caught offside.
Listen to that cheer. A really significant afternoon for Leeds United as they get their first league win of the season. Billy Sharp on his debut gets his first goal for the club. But David Hockaday, so much maligned in so many quarters, finally gets that scent of league victory here at Elland Road in his first league game in charge. There's some fine standout performances for Leeds United. Obviously Billy Sharp with the goal, Stephen Warnock with some wonderful interceptions, and of course let's not forget, controversially in the first half, Albert Adoma had a goal ruled out as his bicycle kick was ruled as dangerous play. But in the final reckoning, Andy, fair result for you?
I think it was always maybe going to go this way. I always felt Borough had a measure of control, but they didn't play with the right tempo for me, didn't create enough opportunities for Kike and the likes of Adoma, and they were always running the risk that one opportunity, the break of the ball towards a player like Billy Sharp, could cost you dearly. And that's exactly what happened. Today was a test of character for David Hockaday and all his Leeds players, and they have really stood up and been counted.
It's a good day, it's a Hockaday. Let's get some reaction and join Jonathan Oates.
Billy, well done, goal on your debut. It's a crucial time in the game. How good did that feel?
Feels amazing. I should have scored the header about 5 minutes before, but I'm glad the lads have grinded out a chance for me to put that right, and I enjoyed it today. It's good to be back playing football, and the lads are great. They made me feel welcome all week, so I'm delighted.
Stephen, how popular will this man be in the dressing room now?
Yeah, very. He's made a good impression already. We know he's a goal scorer. He's been brought in to do that, and he's done the work today.
Crucial point in the game, the disallowed goal. You were fouled for that. The referee said it was a high boot. Was it a dangerous tackle for you?
Well, yeah, because I think anywhere else on the pitch it's a free kick. You try and put your head in there because you want to defend it, but I think I knew it was coming, so luckily the referee gave the decision.
Billy, now you're here, what can you and Leeds achieve this season?
There's been a lot of changes. Obviously I've only just come in, but it's a fantastic football club with a massive fan base. If we perform like that, give 100% like we have done today, then the fans will back us all the way, and you know, we've got a good squad, and hopefully we can achieve something that we believe we can do.
Thanks very much. If you do that for us, please. Stephen Warnock is the Sky Bet man of the match. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Stephen Warnock, absolutely.